everyone.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone. My name's Justin.
My name is Michael Quinn.
I'm Danny.
My name is Nadja.
My name is Nihal.
My name is Sorochi.
My name is Angie.
This course was one of the most formative experiences of my college career. It really taught me how to problem solve and become a great test taker.
It taught me how to learn and study and helped me in all my other courses, not just chemistry. It will give you skills that will prove useful to you throughout your entire education here at Boston University and even beyond.
CH101 can be a challenging course for many, and that's nothing to be ashamed of.
Being challenged is why you came to college.
And there's plenty of resources to help you throughout the semester.
Here are some of the best tips that we learned from taking and then teaching chemistry here at BU. We hold office hours almost every hour Monday through Friday, so it's super easy to find one that works for you. I would recommend picking one or two and putting them into your schedule and then making it a weekly habit to go to those.
Don't wait till the last second to get your questions answered at office hours. You definitely want to be proactive in your studying and get your pressing questions answered well before the exam.
Another great checkpoint to set for yourself would be to do at least 5 end of chapter questions on that day's content on that same exact day. This will make sure that you don't fall behind on the content and allow you to reinforce what you have just learned in lecture.
Take some time after each lecture to review your notes. Refer back to these notes while doing problems.
Do not recopy your notes. Do practice problems.
You should be going to office hours if you need any clarification on any of the topics that we've been going over.
One of the best ways to succeed in this course is by forming a study group. Meeting for only a couple hours a week with your study group can really help you problem solve and answer any questions that you had that you didn't get to ask in office hours.
Having small study groups also serves as a resource outside of lectures, discussions, or office hours. This would also give you a place where you can explain concepts to each other.
Teach the problems that you understand to others. Teaching is the best way to learn.
And most importantly, make friends that will help you de-stress instead of stressing you out.
Taking pre-lecture work seriously will highly benefit you. This means taking notes on the pre-lecture videos before coming to class. This pre-lecture work is your first time seeing the content. This will give you a good foundation to work off of as you expand upon your knowledge in lecture and after lecture.
Share your concerns with your instructors, your LAs, your TFs, and your professors, but especially your LAs. All of your instructors are here to support you. But your LAs took this course last year, so they are very familiar with the unfamiliar feeling of being a student in a large introductory course like this one.
But professors aren't scary.
They want to help you. Do all of the assigned problems, which are the textbook problems and the discussion worksheet problems, which will be given to you in your discussion sections. Do not go into your discussion section without having done any practice problems at all.
Students who tend to do best on quizzes are the ones who show up to discussion section prepared. Make sure you're keeping up with the material so that you can contribute to your small group when you go to your discussion section each week.
It's okay not to finish the entire worksheet during discussion, but make sure you finish all the problems by the end of the weekend to stay on top of the material.
Please do not wait until the weekend before your quiz to start attempting your practice problems. By then, you will not have enough time to ask your follow-up questions.
Attend office hours if you have any issues with the problems after your discussion section.
Collaboration and working with your friends is a great tip for success in this course. So make sure that at some point during your studying process, you are able to get through your discussion worksheet problems and your textbook problems without any outside help from your friends, your study mates, your instructors, or even your textbook and notes.
One of the best pieces of advice I have is to look over your quizzes every single time, especially the problems you got wrong. General chemistry is a cumulative course, and you definitely want to master those concepts because everything builds on top of itself. If you feel lost and you don't know where to start, definitely go to office hours. Any of the instructors would be glad to help you look over your quiz and any of the problems that you got wrong.
And ask questions. Sure, lecture is really big, but professors really value student engagement and they're there to answer any questions that you have. And chances are, if one student is confused on a topic, there's other students who are also confused. So really, by asking a question, you're helping everyone.
It's especially helpful to ask questions during office hours and during your discussion section.
When one student asks a question, it encourages other students to do the same.
Be mindful of how you study. Although the length of time you study is important, it's equally important how you're studying. You want to make sure that your studying is active instead of passive. Instead of passively taking notes or watching lecture recordings, the best thing you can do for the course is actively solve problems.
When having someone show you how to do a problem, don't have them show you how to get to the solution. Instead, have them coach you through each step so that way you can get to the right answer every time.
Be open and adaptable to changing your study habits that best fit you as a student.
Getting the right answer is not enough. Your focus should be on the skills that you applied and the approaches that you used to get to that answer in the first place.
However, it's so important to understand why that's the right answer.
Your professors want you to understand the concepts that you learn about deeply.
And when you're doing practice problems, don't fall into the trap of just memorizing the steps to answering it. Really ask yourself if you understand the process and how you got to the answer. Even though quiz problems are similar to practice problems that are assigned in the back of the textbook, they're not the exact same. So make sure you truly understand what you're doing and consciously thinking about the steps you're taking rather than just memorizing what you did from the previous problems.
One of the best tips for success for Chem 101 is to make a study plan. When I took this course, I used to write out what I wanted to get done each day, so that way I wouldn't get stressed about falling behind or not keeping up with the material.
After you've taken a quiz, do not slack off. The next day after a quiz is the first day of studying for the next quiz.
After all, they are every other week.
Go into this course confident. Students do well in Chem 101 when they put in the effort. Be confident in your ability to excel in this class. Keep an open mind on how to improve if things aren't going your way right away.
Oftentimes when people talk about scary classes, chemistry is one of the ones that they talk about. But chemistry is very, very doable if you follow our advice and work smart.
Everyone can do it. You can do it. We believe in you.
You've got this.
You got this.
You've got this.
You've got this.
You've got this.
You've got this.
You got this.
See you in the fall.